In this video, I'm going to cover everything regarding technical analysis and is this thing actually valuable for you to invest in. I'm going to cover fundamentals and technicals. Okay, you're going to walk from this video with a complete understanding and clarity on what steps are needed to be taken next. So, yeah, let's get right into the sauce without wasting nobody's time. First step is going to be fundamentals, which you're going to definitely kind of not like fundamentals, but kind of some statistics that we're going to check whether this thing is valuable or not. But again, this is more than them. We're gonna get definitely into RIVN, right? Because let's actually search it right here. Um, here RIVN, wrong ticker. This is what we want to look into. This is very important. This is where a lot of people actually do not do this thing. First and always, what we do is we definitely just go ahead and check the income statement, right? And how we're going to do this, we definitely just check out the financials, and then we check out the income statement, the income statements. We're going to see here that we had for the annual, right, this year, actually last year, it was 3 billion, close to 4. Seems like it's 2.9 billion total revenue. Then let's actually check out the net income. This is very important. This is where, and it comes back down to negative 6 billion, right? This is actually in negative. So again, a red flag for the last year, which again, this is the first leg that we're experiencing. Seems like we were into the negatives, which again, something might actually compromise for that. Now let's check out the balance sheet here. This is very important, and the quarterly. We see the total assets, right? The total assets were 17 million. We check the liabilities, which were 5. Then actually the equity comes out to positive, which is again good. This is a green flag. And actually, this is a very big difference between the two. I love how this is actually sitting. Talking about income, some years you're not gonna always have a net income positive, right? Which again, some years are negatives. That's how just the things will roll. Talking about balance sheets, I actually loved how the total equity is actually sitting here. Again, we're not just gonna talk about this. Fundamental technicals are actually having a big play into this thing. So do not forget that, which I'm actually gonna talk about too. And checking the revenue, right? This is where it actually gets interesting because 2019 seems like we have a negative revenue for 126 million. Then we had 1 billion negative in the next year in 2020. 2021, 4.669 billion or earnings negative, right? This is not looking not so good. I don't like this. Then checking the 2022, it was 1.66 billion revenue, and the earnings were negative 6.75 billion. Once again, the last 4 kind of years we have been with negative earnings, which I don't really like at all, right? Um, yeah, this doesn't look so good. Also, we talked about how the income statements were not so good. Yeah, I don't like this, the revenue. And let's actually look at the market cap, total valuation of the company, which again, we talked about how the revenue was not so good. The net income was um, also not good. So, valuing something like this at 17 billion, I think, is actually an overkill, which I think is not that valued that much. Therefore, again, this is just my perspective and it's not financial advice by any means. Now, when we think that is not valued that much, like 17 billion for a thing that has actually been in 3 years is actually mental. But just taking a look at the technicals, you're actually gonna see what I mean by here, right? This is a monthly chart, and we see started from 2021, and ever since then has been going down. Now, going back into here, fundamentals, technicals, right? Financial statements and everything seems like from 2021 here again we were into negative, so it definitely makes a lot of sense. Now, if you take a look at the chart on the Yahoo chart and not trading view, again, I haven't dealt with this thing, but again, it's kind of the same thing starting from 2021 has been going down. I guess so obviously, kind of the companies kind of start with negatives. It kind of takes time for them to break even. But at that position right now, why would you just get into it right now if it's actually predicted? And again, nobody's predicting it, but to for the price to continue to deliver lower, right? This is what I'm talking about. Now, we're like Rivian. Let's just take a look at my drawings, and you're gonna see in the past that here this was kind of a supply area that I had in here, and I had this video. Now in that video, it's gonna take a quick second to actually load for me to actually show it to you. In that video, I basically had a little prediction. You're gonna see right now of me predicting upside moves. Again, it was very short-term bullish prediction, and it was made like 2 months ago, right? Because I'm also a very kind of scalper trader like that. I've made like 13,000 videos, technical analysis and stuff. So yeah, I definitely tested this thing to the max. Looking at it from this perspective, what am I expecting it to do next? And right, following the trends and more importantly, kind of the statistics that we actually just saw and just kind of understand how valuable this thing is for me. I think it's definitely going to continue to. It's not valued this much. 17 billion is actually an overkill. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, yeah, that's kind of just my opinion. And this is actually very important. So I would definitely say and to actually maybe go kind of research it. But once again, looking at it from this perspective, I said the idea is for me, I'm expecting at least these lows to continue to get cleared because the trend is still pretty bearish, right? Even without looking at the fundamentals, people definitely understand. So this is why I say it kind of always is kind of in the chart. Then maybe some news actually roll around and stuff like that. Gonna keep an eye on the statistics. Might take like a little years to actually unfold, but yeah, it is what it is. Therefore, right now, that is kind of still sticking the same. That basically means expecting the price to continue and deliver lower. How would we actually do it, right? It's not like I'm shorting this thing and I'm on the shorts because people are going to cover shorts. Also, there's some news like fundamentally, if you just go ahead and check out Yahoo Finance, 23 minutes ago, Rivian bone offering, GM airbag report, Lamb Western earnings trending tickers, right? 7 hours ago, Rivian fumbles the convertible note offering sales guidance, right? Some news, right? People are actually covering a lot of news on this thing, and there's a lot of kind of. Let's actually check out news, and not some things. Dow Jones dips as Fed officials say this ahead of. Okay, right. Not gonna look more into it. This thing makes things simple. I would definitely want to hear your opinion on it because my opinion is I'm at least right in this time of period, expecting the price to kind of continue to deliver to the lows. All it's in the technicals. So like we even without looking at the statistics right here, we would definitely see what's the case was there. Again, if you're not following a strategy like I'm doing right now with technicals too, I've tested this strategy like 13,000 times. You're basically gambling and you don't want to do that. So yeah, let me know what is your opinion and like the video if you found any value.